Hey guys, welcome back inside of the Plastic Planet. I'm your host Nick Nack, hanging out with you guys tonight. Guys, I got a super quick video for you in store this evening. We're going to be taking a look at, we'll call this part 2, I guess, of the little series I have going on down here in the arcade/archive room of kind of showing off my shelves a little bit, one IP or one franchise at a time. We did Star Trek last month, and this month we're going to be taking a look at my DC collectibles, which has really kind of just become more of a Superman collection, more so than DC. I mean, sure, there's some other DC superheroes in there, but it's like, again, it's more of a Superman collection. This is the one actually collection that has kind of been downsized a tiny bit in my collection overall, my overall collection here in the Plastic Planet. Not that I've like sold anything, they're still in the house, but my oldest son, who's a huge DC fan, as you guys probably know if you're a longtime viewer subscriber, has inherited a few pieces of mine, and I'll be getting to that in just a minute. But anyway, let's take a look. Let's take a look at my Superman collection right now. Alright, so here it is, guys, my entire Superman / DC collection, and I can't back up too far here because I'm up against my work desk down here in the arcade/archive room. Things have gotten a little more crowded down here than it was in the past, just out of pragmatic necessity, because this room has turned also into my home office. But anyway, here's just a general look at my DC collection, which I have kind of consolidated down into just 2 details. So this should be pretty quick, but we'll start up here at the top. Check it out over here, and forgive me if I mess up some of these company names and things like that, where certain figures came from. Unlike Star Wars, DC Comics and Superman are not my first love, and so I kind of forget, what company made what as far as figures go and things like that. So do forgive me if I mess up on that one. But anyway, up here I've got my DC Direct. That was like a 14-inch scale kind of collection that came out in the mid-late, maybe early 20-teens, like around 2010, 2015, 2008, I don't remember. Anyway, that's my Shazam, aka Captain Marvel, up there, and I think he's pretty damn awesome. He's about 14 inches tall. Really, really cool figure. I've never really showed him off on the channel, I don't think. Picked him up for pretty cheap last year, actually. Again, I haven't added too many pieces to this collection recently, but he is one of my more recent acquisitions. And as I move along here, I've got an old Multiverse Superman figure. I forget what line he is from, but he is from the DC Multiverse. I think that is a DC Direct figure Superman there. I'm not exactly sure. Feel free to correct me in the comment section. Again, I'm going to mess these up a lot. I've got some Repro Mego figures there. My Mego Superman was a huge part of my childhood. I absolutely loved my Mego Superman when I was like 5 years old. And so when I saw this one, which was basically a dead ringer for that one, I had to pick it up. And then I also got a Lois Lane to go along with him. And I have him on a flight stand there. I just think that's really pretty awesome. I love that display a lot. That's one of my favorite Superman displays I have down here, actually. I mean, yeah, it's campy, but it just screams 1975, if you ask me. I absolutely love it. And then behind him, I got a Superman Returns figure. I love that movie, Superman Returns. Very underrated Superman film, if you ask me. I would have loved to have seen more Brandon Roth Superman, but we never got that, unfortunately. I mean, I guess we did in the Arrowverse, but that's not really my thing. Anyway, down here, not really DC. There's a hand there, but I got a Space Ghost. Got him in a Carl's Jr. Meal pack, because I go to Carl's Jr. way too much, and I probably wouldn't weigh as much as I do right now if I didn't go to Carl's Jr. that much. But I also wouldn't have this really cool, dumb little Space Ghost coast to coast figure. Again, I don't think he's DC or anything, but he's cool. So I got a nice tin Superman sign there splashed across the top of this detail. That I got at Hobby Lobby years and years ago. And then up here I've got some more DC Direct, or DC. It's not Multiverse, but anyway, it's pretty cool. And that's a giant Darkseid up there, bashing in a Superman. So that's pretty cool. Actually have that one in a case to keep him nice and safe. I think that Darkseid's worth some money. At least that's what my kids told me. So that's kind of cool. Still in the package, I still have this DC Multiverse Superman, and he's really, really badass. I should open him. I think he's got a really cool flight stand. My son also has this piece as well. My son has a ton of these Multiverse, and we're going to do a room tour of his collection in the near future. And you guys can check out his DC collection, which absolutely puts mine to shame, but that's okay. Yeah, so he's got this guy too, but we'll be checking out his collection in the near future. But anyway, really cool DC Multiverse Superman. And then over here, another Multiverse figure. That's, of course, the Linda Carter Wonder Woman. Let's get her down, take a look at her. She's pretty awesome. Look at that. Yeah, beautiful. Wonder Woman. Yeah, she's pretty hot. So anyway, that's probably one of the sexiest action figures I own. Yeah, Linda Carter's Wonder Woman. Yeah, pretty awesome. So anyway, that's a pretty cool, sweet figure. I think I picked that up at GameStop. I think this was a GameStop exclusive from a number of years back. Alrighty guys, well let's go down this first detolf here. I'm going to carefully open this so I don't knock a bunch of shit down in it. I do have a Superman Christmas ornament right there. I think I picked that up at Walmart for like $5, kind of cool. And then inside of here, I've got this really, really cool Superman statue. I don't remember who the artist is that this is inspired by, but it's one of the more famous DC comic artists. Anyway, pretty damn awesome of Superman and Lois there. That's one of my... Actually, it's one of my favorite statues that I own, period, with the Daily Planet there as the base. Just really, really cool. And what a fantastic looking statue. And it's damn sexy if I don't say so myself. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, guys. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Anyway, Lois looks hot there. But anyway, I love that statue so much. It just kind of screams, like Superman, you know, the movie with Margot Kidder and Christopher Reeve to a degree. Obviously, there's you know, a great deal of creative license there. Obviously, but it's got that you've got me, who's got you kind of thing to it. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm talking about. So anyway, very, very cool looking statue. I like that one a lot. Alrighty guys, the next two pieces in this cab were gifts from two very dear people in my life. The first one is this statue. That was a gift from my good buddy Uncle Pat, who is an often collaborator on this channel. And he gave this to me a number of years back, this Superman statue. And I don't know who made this, and forgive me again, guys. This is DC Collectibles. This is not my area of expertise, not by a long shot. I have, like I said, a lot of these pieces I collected long before I ever even had a YouTube channel. And this piece was one of the ones that I got from as a gift way before I ever had a YouTube channel. But again, I love that statue a ton. Uncle Pat gave that to me. And then behind it is a color form, which is really, really cool. I had this as a kid, not this one, obviously, not this particular box, but I had this as a kid. It was something my mom got me when we were going to Iowa to my grandfather's funeral, which was sort of a real emotional time. And my mom got this for me. It just does something to keep me busy in the car and, you know, in between things. Because, you know, when you're at a funeral, when you're at your grandparents' funeral, it's always you know, your parents are just not in the right place. And so my mom got me this Superman color form. And obviously I lost that years ago. And then my good buddy Down Under Danny, aka Ed5, that's his handle here on YouTube, sent this to me as a gift. And I just, you know, it was very emotional getting this just because of the time in my life that it represented. So thank you again, Down Under Danny, Ed5. I do treasure this a great deal, this color form. Very, very cool. Alrighty guys, so next shelf down, this was a piece I actually reviewed in maybe like my 4th or 5th video on YouTube as Knickknacks Plastic Planet. And that is this Doomsday versus Superman piece. Just really, really cool, which came out as part of I think an anniversary of the death of Superman from the early 90s. And there is the full graphic novel there, which is really cool. Obviously not an original printing or anything, but it is the full graphic novel. And I just love this action figure set. And that's just a really, really nice shelf there. Just really kind of emblazons that whole comic book. And I remember reading this comic book in high school and just, you know, really, really enjoying it. And so having this all together in one shelf is really cool. So that's a nice piece. It doesn't stand very well. I kind of have them leaned up there, but it looks really, really cool with Superman all torn to shit and punching the crap out of Doomsday, and Doomsday punching the crap out of him. Yeah, pretty cool. Alrighty guys, next shelf is sort of a hodgepodge shelf, so to speak, with some modern pieces and some pieces that actually were a part of my childhood. To start out, this super case, this is actually a record tote, a read-along record tote from the late 70s, early 80s, and I got this, oh man, for Christmas one year when I was a little guy. Maybe I was 4 or 5. when I got this, and you can see the damage on the side there, right there. That's actually where the dog got it. The family dog got it when she was a puppy. So anyway, that sweet little dog is long gone, but I still have the record tote and the evidence of her destructiveness. So kind of cool. And then over there in the back there is a reproduction Mego Shazam, which is really cool. Picked that up at a comic book store a few years ago. And there's some other miscellaneous figures I'll just kind of call out a little bit. I love that Aquaman there. I think I got him off eBay a couple years ago. I just love that cheesy kind of 70s-esque Aquaman, and as well as that Blue Beetle, which is really cool. And then there's Black Manta and then Shazam from the recent films, Aquaman and then Shazam respectively. There's like a DC Direct sort of Wonder Woman, which is really cool. And then in the front row here, which is really neat, that's my childhood Darkseid from the Superpowers Kenner line, which is really cool. You can even see the light kind of shining through his head there that like kind of makes his Omega beams kind of stand out there, which is really cool. That Lex Luthor I picked up as an adult collector, bought that at a comic book store a couple years back. The Superman is from my childhood. That was the first Kenner Superpowers figure I ever got. Not that I got a lot of them. I think I only had 3, but he was the first one I got. Got him at a Osco drug store back in the day. I think it was Osco. Maybe it was Skaggs. I don't know. It was a drugstore in Fort Collins, Colorado. That's where I got him. I picked up that Clark Kent just a few years back for $40 at a comic book store. I think he was a mail-away figure from the Kenner line, the Kenner Superpowers line in the mid-'80s, which is neat. And then the Dr. Fate there is actually from my childhood as well. The Superman and the Dr. Fate and the Doomsday, I think, were the only figures I had from that line as a kid. But the cape is a reproduction. Unfortunately, I lost my cape somewhere along the way. And I lost it as an adult, which is really kind of frustrating because, when stuff survives your childhood and then you end up losing it as an adult, like in a move or something, that infuriates you. I mean, how did I lose that? And then there's that cool Supergirl over there. I think that's from the Arrowverse, Supergirl. I don't know. Again, I don't really watch WB stuff too much, but kind of cool. So anyway, that's that shelf. Like I said, a real hodgepodge shelf there, but pretty neat. Alrighty guys, I'm way down on my hands and knees down here on the floor of the arcade/archive room. So forgive me if I sound a little muffled, but this is another just sort of throwaway shelf with some DC Direct sort of pieces. I think that's a Play Arts Kai knockoff Flash back there. But the Superman and Wonder Woman are kind of neat. I don't remember who made those. I've got that nice, cool Batmobile. I think that's like Hollywood Rides Batmobile with a mini Batman from the '89 Batman film. And then I also picked up at Toys R Us back in the day before it closed, these sort of Little People-esque Fisher-Price. They're not Fisher-Price, but they're Fisher-Price Little People inspired, I guess. Justice League characters. I would have loved these as a kid because I loved playing with my Little People, and it would have been really cool to have these versions when I was like 4, 5, 6 years old. I'd have loved these. But anyway, they're really cool. Up here I've got a 1990s Clark Kent like 10-inch action figure with a phone booth, and yes, he can turn into Superman, which is really cool. I've got a Batman figure back there from the 2000s, and I don't remember the brand or what line he's from, but he's kind of neat. I think he was also like a DC Direct sort of figure, not a mainline retail figure. And then behind him is a reproduction Mego Darkseid, which is cool. And then this like new 52 Superman bank that I got at Walgreens a couple years ago. Yeah, so anyway, that's that shelf in a nutshell. Again, this is not my favorite shelf, but that's why it's on the bottom. Alrighty guys, so we're starting at the bottom of the next Detolf, and I've got 2 Hot Toys in here. That is the Batman versus Superman, Superman from Hot Toys, and then I have the General Zod from the Man of Steel in there as well. So 2 really cool Hot Toys, kind of hidden down here in the dark, which kind of sucks. I should probably figure out a better way to display them. But yeah, again, really, really good looking pieces, and that's a great looking Superman. I mean, it's a Hot Toy, of course it's great looking, so they're both awesome. Pretty cool. Alrighty guys, next shelf up. This is my now incomplete Justice League. I had the complete Justice League in here at one point with a Hot Toys Ben Affleck Batman that has since Christmas actually been given to my oldest son. It was a great piece, and I kind of miss it, but at the same time, it was just another Hot Toys figure to me, and to him, it's literally a grail. It's a grail piece for him, and he's enjoying it a lot more than I was, so I'm glad he has it. But anyway, I still have some really awesome figs in here, including this awesome Justice League Superman. I love the colors on this one a little better than the Superman Returns figure you just saw. I did a review on him too back a couple years ago on the Plastic Planet. Really, really cool figure. I love like I said, the bright primary blues, reds, and yellows there. Just really, really cool. And then next to him is the Justice League Wonder Woman, she's okay. She's probably one of my least favorite Hot Toys, honestly, I own, just because her hair is kind of weird, and she doesn't really look like Gal Gadot, if you ask me. I don't know. That could just be me, but she hasn't aged well, in my opinion. And then in the front here, we've got some Kotobukiya Play Arts Kai. I don't know what you'd call those, 10-inch maybe? 10-inch model kit action figures? Anyway, we've got Cyborg, and we've got Aquaman and the Flash. So pretty cool. Nice looking shelf. Alrighty guys, second to last shelf to show off to you guys tonight. This is just a little bit more of some Superman lore in this one, including that lunchbox, which is really cool. One of my very favorite pieces that I own in this entire collection. That is, of course, is a lunchbox from 1978 probably, with the Superman the movie film. Absolutely love that lunchbox a ton. I've showed it off here on the Plastic Planet in my lunchbox collectible video that I did a number of years back. But yeah, very cool. My wife picked that up for me, and also has the thermos. It's in great shape. Absolutely gorgeous, pristine piece. And then I've got this awesome Play Arts Kai Lex Luthor that I bought a few years ago at a comic book store. I think that's like a DC Direct Cyborg Superman, which is really, really cool. Sort of a Villains of Superman in the front here. And then, of course, there's that Walgreens Multiverse Bizarro. Picked that up a couple years ago, too. Maybe 2 years ago now. Really, really cool. And then in the back, that's the old Sideshow Collectible Superman. And he is actually holding a bootleg accessory. I got that from eBay. I think it came from China, though. I think that's Metallo that he's holding, the head of Metallo. I used to think it was Brainiac, but I actually think it's Metallo. But anyway, very, very cool looking piece. I love that one a lot. His outer like shorts there look a little bunchy, kind of diaperish. But other than that, it's a great looking Superman. I love the head sculpt on him too. Like, you know, real firm jaw, and, you know, the trademark curly Q hair. Just, yeah, it's Superman. He looks awesome. Alrighty guys, and lastly, this is my favorite shelf. This is the shelf that really immortalizes my Superman, my generation Superman, the man who will always be Superman to me. I love Henry Cavill a lot. I love Brandon Roth, but Christopher Reeve will always be the Superman to me. And this is probably my favorite Hot Toys figure that I own in my entire collection. And I do mean my entire collection. I'm including all my Star Wars Hot Toys figures in this as well. And that's pretty high bar. But anyway, this is my Christopher Reeve Superman. This is probably the first Hot Toy I ever actually bought too. And it is probably still my favorite. Yeah, I just love that piece so much. With the awesome Kryptonian, like crystallized Fortress of Solitude behind him. So damn awesome. And then I've got this NECA Christopher Reeve Superman that's kind of a piece of shit. The leg broke on it. That was part of that little picture of me holding the leg broken off was sort of a part of my intro to the Knickknacks Plastic Planet for a couple of years there. But yeah, it's still a cool piece, even though I've got that leg kind of shoved in there a little haphazardly, but it still holds up. And he's actually on my Hot Toy Superman stand there. And then I've got the complete set of glassware from Superman the movie in this detolf. I don't really want to get them out, but you guys can see them there. Yeah, really, really damn awesome. Where are these guys from? This was from Pepsi, from Superman the movie, 1978. I don't know what restaurant sold these. Wherever Pepsi sold, so maybe it was Burger King or... No, Burger King's Coke. And then Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, one of those. Not sure. But very, very cool. You will believe a man can fly.
Knickknacks Plastic Planet.